Hello guys and welcome to another vlog, and today we are driving the all new Kia Sonet, the petrol iMT version, and this is the top of the line variant of the GT line. And at the front you will notice that it gets the same old Kia's trademark tiger nose grille, which is not that old but looks quite nice, because the GT line it gets these red inserts in them along with some chrome finish and the different type of treatment done over here, which is done all over the car, and it looks quite unique as such. And this color shade also looks very nice and grabs a lot of attention. And these are the Kia's all LED headlamps along with this DRL, which also turns out to be the indicator. And these are the projector fog lamps, but they are halogen, which looks a bit of cost cutting, but they're surrounded with this chrome as well as some gloss black to give it a sportier appeal. And down over here it gets some design elements like this, which looks some bit of unnecessary, but yeah, it's a part of design, then it's cool. And it also gets a red line over here to make it look more sportier. And overall this car looks quite nice, and it's very much new for the Indian car market, so it grabs a lot of attention also in the road. And the dimension are not that big as such, it's almost of the same size of the Venue, but step up from Venue in terms of features as well. Like over here it says iMT, and iMT stands for intelligent manual transmission. I will tell you more about it when we get inside the car and check out the gearbox. And over here these are the GT line wheels along with some red brake calipers and red surround around the Kia logo. And the size of the tire at 215/60 16-inch rims, and these also looks quite nice as well. And below the window line it also gets a chrome, and in this car they have used the silver color, red color, gloss black, chrome in a ton, yeah, as well as on the door handles. As you can see, it gets chrome. And request sensor is only on the driver side, not on the passenger side, same as the case with every Hyundai Kia car. And it also gets a body cladding to give it a more SUV look, along with a red line at down over there, as you can see. And if we come over here, it gets some of the treatment like the Maruti Suzuki Ignis, but the Ignis used to get a Adidas logo, but here is no sort of a logo. There are many, means you can call it a design element. And over here are the roof rails, and over here it says caution, do not load, because these are just for show and no go. And if we come to the back, the lights of the car looks very phenomenal. Yeah, just look at them, it looks very nice. Like it gets a 5-chunk brake lamp over here, but the indicator and the reverse lamp are still halogen, and the light connects from one end to another end. And there's a Kia logo along with the reverse parking camera over here, and the rear wiper. It doesn't get any spoiler sort of, it's a very subtle spoiler. And there's a high mount stop lamp, and over here it's UVO power to connect for the smart features. And over here the GT line written, the trim name, and this is the TGDI, means turbocharged gasoline direct injection. And here's written Sonet. And overall the look of the cars are quite nice and sportier. And on down also it gets 2 fake exhausts along with a fake diffuser. As you can see, it gets a line over here, this is the fake diffuser, and these are the extremely fake exhaust pipes. And the real exhaust is somewhere over here, like over there, as you can see. And it also gets the rear parking sensor, as well as it gets front parking sensor. I will show you in a bit, but before that, here's the shark fin antenna. And let's open the boot, and the button to open the boot is down over here. Pull it, here the boot opens, and the boot is of decent size, but there is an issue. If you want to load in heavy luggage, it would be a bit of a tight task to take them out, because the loading clip is on the lower side. As you can see, let me show you, the loading clip is on the lower side issue. And it also gets a parcel shelf over here, which is right now connected to the tailgate. And it gets a light over here, and the subwoofer is over here for the Bose phenomenal sound system. And let's close the boot. Here the boot closes. Let me show you the front parking sensor, then we will move to the rear back seat of the car. So here are the front parking sensor, and here's the towing hook of the car. And the looks of the car looks quite nice, and this car looks very gorgeous. But the pricing of this car is a bit on a higher side, which I personally think so. So here we have came to the rear door. So this is the door handle, and it gets some leather treatment over here, which feels very premium. And here are the speakers with the Bose branding on them, and some bottle holders, as well as to keep some knickknacks. And here are the rear seat. The seats looks very nice. The overall this red dots in them, and this treatment, the double red stitching, and overall this looks very nice. So let's get inside. It only gets 2 headrests, by the way, for the rear bench. Let's show them now. And if you talk about the space, there is not much space as such. It's adequate, and the headroom is also adequate for some tall peoples. And over here is the light. It's not an automatic light like when you open the door it turns on. You have to turn it on manually. The automatic lights are at the front, and it also gets an armrest with twin cup holders. You can also take it back, but there is no center arm headrest, so there's no sense of making a third people sit over here. But the floor is almost flat, so if they would have given a center headrest, that would be quite nice. And here are twin AC vents along with a USB charging socket and a place to keep your mobile phone or different stuff. And also gets a handle as well as a hook over here to hold on to. And overall the cabin feels quite airy because it also gets a sunroof, and the windows are quite big as well, so it doesn't feel that claustrophobic. But the black cabin gives a bit of claustrophobic feeling, but the sunroof and the window lining made up for it. And it also gets some fake tweeters over here, in case if you want to do it aftermarket, you can opt for them. So let's get to the driver's seat of the car. And here's the request sensor, and this is the driver door of the car. So like same case over here, some fake tweeters, and these are the original tweeters. They would have put them here, that would be much nice. Same the leatherette treatment over here, and these are the switches for the windows. And only the driver window is one touch up and down, and the only driver window switch is illuminated. Other all switches are not illuminated, which is a bit of cost cutting. And same is the case over here. And it also gets the umbrella holder over here, which is quite nice. And this is again space to keep the bottles, and the Bose sound system. And if we talk about here, there's the engine start-stop button. This for the traction control, this is for the parking sensor, and this is for the headlight leveler. And these are the AC vents. And again it gets that treatment which gets in the front grille, which looks quite nice. And these are the front seats. Let me focus the camera on them. So these are the front seats, and they says GT line over here. And the seats looks very comfortable, and they are very comfortable. And it gets manual adjust for height as well as for tilting and moving the seats front and back, but it doesn't get any adjust for the lumbar support as such. And it gets side airbags also. In total it gets 6 airbags. So let's get inside. Here we have closed the door. Let me turn on the vehicle. The camera focus here. So here the vehicle rolls to life. Not as such rolls to life, the vehicle turns on. So here's the all new instrument cluster from Kia for the Sonet. So on the left it gets a tachometer, on the right the temperature meter as well as the fuel meter. On the center gets a digital speedometer along with some information, driving information like fuel economy, drive information, accumulated information, and also a compass and tire pressure monitoring system also. So this instrument cluster is quite decently loaded, and it gets a leather wrapped steering wheel along with some red stitches on it to give it a sportier look. Let me turn off the parking sensors. Sportier look, as you can see. And down over here it says GT line. Yeah, it says GT line. And let me show you one cool trick. Firstly, you check this, that it gets a manual transmission over here, but there are only 2 pedals. Where is the clutch? Yeah, where is the clutch? So let me explain about this transmission to you. So this is the newly announced transmission in India. Before it isn't used to come. Now it's only available with the Sonet as well as the Venue. So what it does, it's automatically applies the clutch, and you have to just drive the vehicle and just shift the gears. See, I'm just shifting the gears without pressing any clutch as such. And same is for reverse. You just get into reverse, and without any clutch the vehicle moves. so it is quite convenient. So like it give you a feel of both automatic as well as a fun of manual as well. But for me personally, it doesn't make any much sense, because at the end of the day you have to use your left hand to change the gears, so your left hand is busy only. And if you talk about the left leg, that's not a big issue in terms of clutch also. So someone who is not able to drive a clutch transmission vehicle, they can opt for this, or someone who is newly learning or what. So over here it gets the same touchscreen system as the Kia Seltos, which is a phenomenal unit, and it gets navigation, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you name it, this car gets it. And it also gets the UVO connected car tech. What it does, you can turn on a vehicle, pre-cool the car, and check the location of the vehicle, roll down the windows, and there are many features of that. And the overall, the car is extremely feature loaded, and it also gets something known as smooth sound mood lamp. What it does, these are the ambient lighting colors, so you can opt for different, and also for music, so they can change color as per your music's. Let's get back. And it also gets a smart air purifier, as well as it gets virus protection on it. I don't know how it cures virus, but it gets virus protection on it, most probably. And over here the front seats, and if we talk about the dashboard, it gets a whole new layout. Like these are the twin AC vents, and here's a small screen for the climate control system like this. So let me turn that off for the moment. And for both the front driver seat gets ventilation feature, which is a phenomenal feature nowadays. And this for the driver's rear view monitor. And over here it says airbag. It also gets auto dimming inside rear view mirror, and over here is a mirror sunshade without any mirror. That was not expected also, because even the Seltos doesn't get any mirror for the driver. And over here are the lights, and here's the sunroof of the car. So here the sunroof opens further, so it's a decently sized sunroof. Let it be open for the moment. And it also gets a sunglass holder over here. And let me show you the reverse parking camera. Here's the reverse parking camera. And does it get adaptive guidelines? Yeah, it gets adaptive guidelines also. So here are the adaptive guidelines with front and rear parking sensors. And this is how the horn sounds of the car. It's quite loud, not meek. And over here is the manual handbrake of the car, and if you see, it gets this treatment over here as well, and over here, and this treatment feels very unique and quite nice to use as well. And over here are twin cup holders along with the proper key slot, and this key is same as other Kia car keys, so nothing much to differentiate in that. And this is the passenger side seat, and it gets a total of 6 speaker and a subwoofer system of both sound system, which is just phenomenal to sound. And overall the sound quality is just great. And if you talk about the build quality of the car also, that's also great. The overall the fit finish and the panel gaps there are none of the panel gaps as such till now. I haven't seen any of them. And let me tell you some more features. Like over here it gets twin USB along with a 12-volt charging socket, and here's the wireless charging pad. Yeah, it also gets wireless charging. That's also quite nice. And here's the same steering wheel which also comes in the Kia Seltos, but not in the Carnival. Carnival gets a different sort of steering wheel, and the front seat doesn't get any height adjustable seat belt, which is very shocking. And overall, if we talk about the car, this is an extremely feature loaded car, but if Kia would have priced it more attractively, that would have made it much more success in the Indian car market. Because personally for me, this car is a bit on the higher side. The pricing of this car is a bit on the higher side, because the car I'm sitting right now must be costing around 13 lakhs on road Raipur. I don't know the exact price, but approximately the cost of this car on road Raipur is nearly 13 lakhs, which is a lot of money. Because in Indian car market, people want a car which is a big in size, not a car which is feature loaded. They also want features in their car, but the car should be big in size. That's the reason the Toyota Fortuner is the most selling car in the Indian car market. But let's keep that aside. Overall, this car is a great package of everything. Like, you can get some comfort, and the features are decent, and it gets a good commanding driving position as well. So like, you can see the bonnet from here while driving, which is quite nice. So overall, the features of the car are quite nice. Like, it also gets automatic headlamps. So but there are no automatic wipers. Let's use a wipers one. So two sprays come and it cleans the windscreen quite nicely, but the wipers doesn't work that well. Like, you can see it left a water line over here, which is a bit annoying. So here's the car. Let me show you the side profile of the car. So here's the side profile of the car. Sorry, I can cover the car in single frame, but the car looks quite nice. But if we talk about the ride quality of the car, the ride quality is on the stiffer side. But if you think the stiffer ride quality will increase your handling characteristics, but in this case that's not done, because in this case the handling of the car is not that great, but the ride is on the stiffer side. So if you want a car to be driven, it's not for you. Yeah. And the overall, the grip levels are also not great, because the tire profile and the chassis doesn't mix match that well, and it doesn't give you a not proper ride quality as well, not a good handling as well, and the total overall, the grip is also not that good. So overall, this is a nice family city car say. So thank you guys for tuning into the vlog. I hope you liked it. So let's see you guys in another video really soon. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day.